Alright, everybody, welcome to Zenith Online Racing. I am Puff Digital. I will be this evening. We are in China. This is the grand finale of Season 6. I think it's Season 6, maybe Season 7. But the final race of the season across all tiers. Tier 3 is sending us off, hopefully on a high. There is a lot still to play for. Congratulations, first and foremost, goes to GP Colin, our Tier 3 champion. He will be joining Tier 2 next season. With that being said, however, top place in the Constructors is separated by only 3 points. We have a battle going on between McLaren and Ferrari, so definitely keep an eye on that. And then throughout the rest of the standings, still a lot of positions to swap around, a lot of bragging rights to be had for guys if they can move up a couple positions here in the final race. So, yeah, definitely still worth tuning into. I hope it should be a good race. China, I find, typically produces pretty good league racing. I know a lot of guys do tend to despise the track. I've never really understood why. But yeah, from a viewer perspective, it's definitely always an exciting race. Good overtaking, a tricky technical middle sector, and I just find a good variety of corners here as we ride on board with Grex. He is the lead car out on track right now, so he will be our first hot lap. We've got the tire data up there so you can see who's on which tire. Most guys opting for the soft tires, but you see a few there, Terminal, Ryan, JJ, all choosing to start on the medium tires. As we wait now, we do actually have Grex with his teammate PX Lozzie behind him, so the 2 Alfa Romeos jockeying for position. We'll see if PX Lozzie lifts a little bit. He does, weaving those tires. That being said, let's do a lap around China on board now with Grex. Coming down the main straight, DRS wide open, obviously, all the way up into 8th gear. Very tricky set of corners to start the lap. A number of lines you can kind of take through here. He does pretty solid, though, and you can kind of coast through that snail-like corner just with the engine braking there. Down into 2nd gear, washing out wide to the exit. Up through the gears, you should be up into 7th. We'll see if he pulls 8th gear before the braking zone. No, stays in 7th. Down now into 2nd gear. Very nice to stay on the apex there. A really good corner. Next, we have a tricky set of high-speed corners here. You want to get close to that curb. If you do put too much of your wheel on it, it will spin you out. Keeping it in 5th now, and with tricky left-hander, there's not too many places to run wide and invalidate, but there we go. On the exit is a good spot. One of the few to do that. He does keep it within the track limit, so no worries here for Grex. And again, another tricky right-hander, a long right-hander. Very easy for the back end to step out on you as you're accelerating through the gears. Grex, though, does well to navigate that on his first flying lap. Now you kind of get a little bit of a breather heading down the long back straight. Maybe take a drink, one hand on the wheel. As you approach the braking zone there, it looks like he broke just before or just after the 100-meter board there. Rides the curb a little on the exit. Probably lost a little bit of time. One more corner to go. Very easy to invalidate. Again, very clean lap. And he sets the time to beat with a 1:33 flat. I am Sutton, though, right behind him there. A very impressive 1:32.4. So, very, very solid lap. We'll see who else we can find here. We have JJ on an out lap. We have Ryan behind the new Ryan. Ryan 1 just goes into the pits. Let's take a look here. We've got Costco just coming down the back straight here. He's actually going to get a really nice tow. I don't know if that's off Terminal Beatty or if it's off GP Colin. It's one of the Ferraris in front of him, though. Yeah, it looks like Terminal, so Costco's kind of right in that perfect spot where he's getting a really, really nice tow all the way down the back straight. Hits the apex nicely on the hairpin. Good acceleration coming out of that corner. I don't know if he's going to get a little bit of a washout from the dirty air, but he should be fine. Coming across the line now. We'll see what he does in a 32.486. Just barely beating Sutton's time there. And you got to think the tow from Terminal Beatty had to have helped quite a bit. Because we also have Slasher setting a very solid 32.5. Private Jet with a 32.7 as we jump on board. He's actually playing in the sand over there. Mario World with a 32.8. What else do we got? Who can we find here? We've got GP Collins right on board. He's not setting a lap. And both the McLarens still in the garage here, so not making a move just yet. Maybe watching the timing charts. Maybe trying to plan their own tow. So we have GP Colin now gearing up, coming down the back straight. Likely about to start his hot lap. Do you have Costco? Is he? No, he's probably on his in lap. I think most of these guys have already set times. It looks like Terminal's still pushing though. Trying to get a tow off Nicholas Weck there, actually. You can see him moving a little bit offline to pick up a bit of a tow. Down into second gear again. A little hesitant there, so he's going to lose a bit of time on that. You can see him. Yeah, he's just right into the pits there. So we'll get on board with GP. We'll take a full lap around the Chinese circuit with our Tier 3 champion. We'll see if it's a champion-worthy lap here. As you can see, he's a little tentative there, up through the gears, pretty cautious. He's up a 10th on his previous time, which shouldn't be too difficult as his previous time was a 141. I'd assume he made a mistake somewhere in the lap. See there, a little bit of a downshift, right back up into 7th, all the way into 4th. Again, a little wide. He's just missing those apexes ever so slightly. Those medium tires probably not as grippy as those soft tires, and it really hurts you through that middle sector. And you can see, yeah, he's up about 3.5 seconds on his previous time now. And again, he's going to look to get on the throttle as quickly as possible. You want to be full throttle as quickly as possible, while still tiptoeing that line between aggressive and spinning. And he's managed it well. Just a few corners left now, just the two actually. We have the hairpin here. Again, a little deep, but that's okay. Shouldn't cost him too much time there, as he seems to have gotten on the throttle pretty quick. And the final corner, probably the trickiest one on the track in my opinion in terms of crashing. But again, he's done well there. He improves by 7.8 seconds, but still only a 34 flat. So he is behind the other medium runners, including his own teammate, Terminal Beatty. So he's going to be looking to improve on that. I'd assume he's probably heading back into the pits, looking to put on a fresh set of boots, probably a bit of softs, and coming back out. Who do we have that we can jump on board here? Tried with Mario World this time here on his outlap, setting up now. Just one more corner before he begins his hot lap. We'll go off board for a bit. We'll give more of the TV cam. Wonderful shot from the curb there as he flies down the pitch straight here, starting his lap. It looks like he's going to have a bit of traffic though. You can see there's an Alfa Romeo and an Aston Martin, I believe. I'm Sutton and possibly Grex. Yeah, it must be Grex. He's the PX Lozzie is in the pit. So you don't want to be stumbling over guys here. If you can manage it well, you could see Mario end up with a tow similar to his teammate, Costco. But we're back on board here. You see he pulls 8th gear very quickly for a moment there. Rides the curb a lot on the apex. And here the lift, the light lift. Just to stay close to that curb, stay close to the apex. Again, a little bit wide there. He's missed the apex slightly, and there it is. You see, he actually didn't get dinged for that. I guess he went far enough off track, but he is down at 10th on his personal best. Not looking to improve at the moment. A few tenths if he wants to move up closer to pole position here. And here he is behind Grex. I wonder if there's a bit of teamwork going on here, as I do believe Grex and Mario, even though not driving for the same team, do know each other outside of league racing. So he's going to have to buy Grex a beer next time they go out for that lovely, lovely tow. Coming across the line now, shortly rather. He's going to open DRS. We'll see what he can do, see how much that toe is worth. And I mean, he was down a tenth coming into the third sector, so he was able to find 3/10 on his previous time and bump himself up into third. So well done. Good lap, and yeah, we're on board now with Private Jet. Really taking a lot of curve there. You can see he was actually dipping a tire into the grass a bit there. Respectable time on the board so far, 32.7. Again, looking for a couple tenths to shoot up the timing screen. He's up 2 tenths. If he can add another tenth or two, he could really challenge for pole position here. So we got approaching the DRS line. There you go. You can see the wonderful wing at Alpha Tower is wide open, coming down. Back straight there, and again braking just after the 100-meter board there, probably right around 70 meters there. Again, very cautious navigating that final corner. We'll see if he maintained his pace, and he does. A 32.4, and look how close it is amongst the top three there. Private, Costco, and Sutton separated by less than 3/100ths, so very impressive. We'll jump on board now to Sutton, see what he can do. I didn't see if he was up on his delta, but again, he's just looking to find not even a tenth, half a tenth, and he's got pole position. And not only does he find half a tenth, he finds 2.25 to put him back on provisional pole with a 32.269. A really solid lap. You see him dive off track there to avoid getting in the way of drivers behind. Fine, next we have JJ here. We'll see if we can find someone earlier in the lap. Yeah, let's ride on board with Terminal here. Obviously on the soft tires now. Looking to improve on his 33.5. He's going to need about a second to really get himself in the mix. He's looking for pole position. He's going to need about 1.3 seconds. You can see he's already up 4/10, so he's done really well through turns 1 and 2. Short shifting all the way up into 6th. We'll see, he does pull 7th gear here. Stays in 7th with a light lift. Down into 5th gear. Attacks that corner pretty nicely and stays a little offline, attacking the first with the double left. See how much he's up, coming through the second sector split, up 8/10 again, so he seems to be finding about 4/10 per sector. If he can find another 4/10 through this last sector, he's going to be challenging for pole position here. Rounding that long right-hander there, and we'll see now pulling through the gears. DRS wide open. Wait, take a sip of water. Right around that 70-meter mark. Oh, and he's got a lot of wheel spin on the exit there. Too eager, trying to get onto the throttle, and he's abandoned that lap. I'm surprised there. Maybe lost a bit too much time through the exit of the hairpin, but it seemed he was on for a pretty solid lap. What else do we have that we can follow on board with here? We've got Rex. You see very aggressively attacking that double left. He is down slightly on his previous time. He's going to need to find a lot through these final 3 corners if he really wants to move up. He's about 4/10 off of 7th place. Yeah, he needs about 5-6 to really throw himself into the mix there. On board now. See a little bit of trail braking there. Again, very aggressively attacking those apexes. Final corner now. A little hesitant. He's washed out wide, and that will cost him. It would have been a 33.0. He would have improved, but he wouldn't have moved up in the timing sheet. So, nothing lost. Let's give Shadowboard here, or Shadowbane rather, some on-board action. We'll ride on board with him, coming through turns 1 and 2. Very aggressively on that curve, and you can see, yeah, very tentative. Moving up through the gears, a lot of steering input. Just trying to wrestle with the car, trying to get it straightened. He is down a bit. He's got Grex ahead of him. Hopefully Grex can get out of the way, and he's actually invalidated there. Took too much curb trying to attack that corner. God, now, who can we watch? We have a lot of guys who are going to set up now for their final runs. We'll give Mario World his shot here first. I believe he should be on a hot lap. Yeah, it looks like the battery's going, so we'll stick on board with Mario World. He is down slightly on the time, his previous personal best here, so he's going to need to find some time through these final corners, and he did get a really nice toe, so if he doesn't have it this time, you can see him struggling to improve if he can't find it in these first two sectors here. But again, though, it attacks the double left quite nicely. You see Jay Kelly, our P2 championship leader, moving out of the way there, and there you go. He does find his 10th, almost 2/10 through that second sector. Oh, he washes out a bit. That's going to hurt him coming through this long right-hander. Very aggressively attacking the inside curb there. Taking a different line than we've seen most guys take through there. Yellow flag in sector 1. I'd assume that's someone probably just getting out of the way. Coming around the final corner now. DRS, wide open. And he does improve. He lost a bit of time through the third sector, but that's good enough for a front row start, at least for the time being. Really solid lap there, finding a bit more time. What else do we have here? Starting on board with GP here. He's up a second, 1.1 seconds for GP. So that would put him at about a 32.9 here. He's going to need a bit more time than that. You see him moving behind Baba Yaga here to get a bit of a toe. Coming down the back straight here. This is going to be a massive, massive help. We'll see if he pulls out of the way. He does, and he gives GP a wicked toe, going over 200 miles an hour, breaking the 200 mark there. Really well done hitting the apex. Coming across the final corner here, he loses a bit on the exit. A little bit of a wobble, but a 32.3 with a massive, massive slipstream down the back straight there. Sorry, I was just taking a look at the comments. Yeah, sorry, I may have spoke wrong. GP is our championship leader. Jay Kelly is in second, if I made that mistake earlier. Jay Kelly's in the pits, though, and he's not going to have time for another lap with a 33.7. His teammate Hippo is not going to have time for another lap either, so rough day for the McLaren so far. Do we have anyone still in the lap who hasn't crossed the line? Yeah, we got Private Jet here. We'll watch him cross the line. Didn't see a sector split, but he only needs about 2/10, and he's going to get pole position. He's invalid. We're going to move on. Costco's done. We have Ryan here racing with us for the first time in Zenith Online Racing. He is also invalid. Terminal Deity, I believe, is done. We have Ryan here. I don't know if he crossed the line in time. We'll stick with him. We know Ryan has strong pace. He does like to bin it quite often. He's kind of a bottle. I'm just kidding, Ryan, when you watch this back. Slasher, I did not do race winner predictions yet. Usually I do that in the break between quali and race, just to kind of fill some dead air. So I will get to predictions shortly. For now, just going to stick with the action on track. And then, yeah, afterwards. Oh, and Ryan! I told you he was a bottle. You can say commentator curse, or you can just say... I knew what was going to happen. Oh, I'm kidding again, Ryan. Unfortunate. Starting P11, though, isn't the worst. Four-man's pole is a very, very good place to start, especially around a track like China where tire strategy isn't as straightforward. It's not a... Oh, my goodness. And we watched Terminal Deity pull a 2007 Lewis Hamilton in the pit lane as he has binned it. So I'm glad I got that on on stream there. That was quite funny. move off there. His engine just won't stop revving. And that should just about do it for qualifying. I don't think... anyone else is really setting times. I'm not quite sure what we're looking for. Maybe just guys to finish their in-laps. I don't know. But yeah. We do have a lot of competition at the front of the grid here. I mean, you can see some of those times there. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. All in the 32.4s. All very close to one another. But I mean, even first through... And of course the timing sheet went away. Alright, we'll run through the order again very quickly here. I'm Sutton on pole position, showing great pace over these last few weeks here. The 32.269 in second by 0.093 seconds. GP Colin third. We have Mario World fourth. We have Private Jet fifth. We have Costco, the other Alpine. These two are so consistently close to one another. It boggles my mind every week. Ryan, new Ryan, joining us for the first time in 6th. TTV_slasher 720 in 7th. JJ in 8th. And you can see 3.5 tenths separate first from 8th. Quickly, Terminal Dady in 9th. PX Lozzie in 10th. Ryan in 11th. Grex in 12th. Nicholas Sweck in 13th. The two McLarens, Humble and Jay Kelly, 14th and 15th. Shadowbane in 16th. I missed who was 17th and 18th. I believe it was Baba Yaga in 17th and Circe in 18th. So, yeah. Ooh. A little overcast. No rain. I don't know if rain was forecast. We didn't get a weather update in the chat. I also didn't ask. But that could spice things up here. Be interesting to see that. We'll wait for guys to ready up, and while I do that, Slasher says it's clear but cloudy. That's okay then. No rain to worry about. Hopefully, I'm not sure a fan of rain. Then maybe you're doing a little bit of a rain dance. Race winner predictions. I can't remember who placed where. I'm going to go GP Colin for the win. He's just been a consistently steady driver all season. Starting in 2nd place, he's just one who doesn't make mistakes. We were looking at the stats earlier in the Discord. He's not DNF'd in a race he's participated in all season. Perhaps I'm giving him the biggest jinx, but I think that level of consistency, even though he doesn't necessarily get the top results week in, week out, is a large part as to why he was the champion this season. So I'm going to go GP Colin, ending the season on a high note, finishing P1. P2, P3, I'm trying to think of who finished outside the top 10. I think guys being able to start on either the reverse strat or starting on the medium will be at a great advantage here. The soft tires do not last long, especially early in the race on a full fuel load. So without an early safety car, those softeners are going to pit, and they're going to come right out into traffic. So it's going to become a difficult race for them. So I think anyone, yeah, possibly Terminal Dady. I know he was starting 11th. I can't remember who was behind him, but a lot of those guys, maybe it was Ryan actually. Was he in 11th? I can't quite remember, but whoever's in 11th, I think, has a really good shot to be in the mix for a podium. And then there's just guys who are typically like pretty quick every week. You can never discount Mario or Costco. I mean, Sutton obviously on pole position. Really good position here to win this race, just as long as he keeps it clean. TTV Slasher, I know he's gotten quite quick, quite competitive over the last few weeks. Wouldn't be surprised to see him in the mix for a podium. You can never discount the McLaren guys. I'm forgetting everyone. I'm just going to end up naming everyone in Tier 3, but I just love how competitive the entire grid is. I think any given week, depending on circumstance, I wouldn't be shocked to see any of these drivers on the podium, to be honest. It's just the way the season's gone. I think we've had a number of different podium sitters all season. So, you know what, actually, I'm going to predict Grex for the podium. I believe his was cruelly ripped from him last week due to the stewards and their penalties and whatnot. So I'm actually I'm rooting for Grex to get back on the podium. He seemed a little gutted about losing that retroactively, so I'm rooting for him, hoping that he can get that back, because I think he's deserved it, and he's been pretty consistent for most of this season. So I know I haven't really answered your predictions question, but we're going to go GP for the win. We're going to go Grex either second or third, and then we're going to pick one of the guys outside of the top 10 running the reverse strat, Ryan, for the third podium position. You're going to get his copywritten strike down.
I'm just trying to make an entrance.
You didn't get the copyright.
Hi, good
In case
evening.
anyone's wondering who that possibly could be, it's not Stone Cold, unfortunately, but it is Fuzz. Say hi to everyone, Fuzz.
Hi. It's me.
You've joined just in time. I don't know if you were able to catch quali.
I was not, no.
We'll get all the relevant data up on the screen for you guys. We'll start with tires. And you can see outside the top 10, Ryan, Grex, Nicholas on the hards, both the McLarens on the mediums, Shadowbane on the hards, Bobby Yaga and Circe on the mediums. So you see a little bit of a mixed strat out there. On Monday, the two Red Bulls started on the hards, worked out pretty well. I think we both finished in the points. So it's just how you navigate through those early safety cars. If there's one in the early laps, you obviously can't pit if you're on the hards, but we'll see how guys figure this out. Joe Gross in the chat says Bobby Yaga has no chance in hell ever. I hope that's a buddy of yours. If not,
Imagine
maybe
if
a bit
it's
of a
not.
rival, yeah, just an enemy maybe from a different league coming into chat. I'd assume that's a buddy ripping on him. But
We talked about tire strats.
tire strats, in the chat, guys are saying soft to medium.
I feel like those people are either extremely good drivers or extremely brave drivers. No in between. But yeah, most people out. Nobody outside the top 10 has started on the softs. The McLarens have gone mediums, and Baba Yaga and Circe have gone mediums as well, with the rest on the hards.
Yeah, we saw the tire life on the hards can last quite a long time. It's very easy to do a hard to soft strat.
Yeah.
But it depends on, I find at least, depends on where you are sort of in the grid. Like if you have to make overtakes, you don't want to leave yourself 5-6 laps to do it. You want to be able to get into a rhythm on the mediums and start working on building up that pace.
Yeah, because those softs drop off very quickly. Even if you're trying to chase someone, I don't think they last more than like 4 or 5 laps before the hards or the mediums have, the same pace. But we'll take it away for the race start.
Here we go. We've Sutton on pole. GP calling right beside him. We're waiting for the lights to come on here. All 20 drivers still kind of wiggling at the back. I believe we're just waiting for one to get in their grid spot. And we should be set. There we go. Lights are coming on shortly. 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And they're off. We're racing here in China for the final race of Zenith Online Racing. Sutton gets a wicked jump off the line. Oh, and a massive crash. Mario World is out. I'm not too sure who had caused that there, but it looked like another incident there. So immediate safety car right off the line. I am not sure what happened. And we just got 5-second penalties coming out the ass.
Yeah, I think there's been
minor bumps, I'd assume.
Yes.
Yeah, because the safety car was deployed right away. Wow, I don't know what happened to Mario World there. Hippo gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring.
I want to say Private Jet kind of had a tangle where the cars just stuck to each other and went into the wall.
That's what it looks like. Private Jet's actually behind the safety car right now.
Yeah,
he has overtaken it.
I wouldn't imagine any of that was malicious. It was probably just...
Yeah, like those situations where Mario gets stuck on a front.
Yeah,
and
just probably driving into a small wedge and not realizing this. The contact model in this game is pretty weird, not gonna lie. So it's just it just sucks that happened, but probably wasn't intentional from either party.
Yeah, it definitely lacks a little bit of realism, to put it mildly. But yeah, unfortunate for Mario. Obviously DNF now before even making it to turn one. Private Jet at least will be able to get on a new set of tires and continue on. But we'll see, I guess. No one at the front is pit. Everyone stayed out. I probably would have taken this opportunity to ditch the softs. But
Yeah.
um,
Not come around the final corner yet. They're just about to come to the pit lane, so let's see what they
oh,
do.
yeah, you're right.
Arm
For
Sutton
some
stayed
reason,
out. GP
GP
Colin has
stays
stayed out.
out. Yeah.
Costco has stayed out. JJ has stayed out.
There we go,
Ryan has
Ryan.
decided to pit.
Yeah, the new guy. Maybe the smartest one of all.
PX Lozzie has dived in as well, and Ryan and Terminal DD as well. Ryan on the hards is pitting off the hards. I feel like that's not a bad call, considering how few people have pitted.
I suppose, but he's going to have to make another stop regardless. Like, I wouldn't want to ditch these tires that quick because you're forcing yourself into a two-stop at this point.
You are, but like I said, like not a lot of people in front of him pitted, so he would have made up maybe 2 or 3 places at most. So I feel like going on the mediums is worth sacrificing that.
Private Jet has retired in the pits. Surprised he didn't want to keep going. He was well within his right to continue racing. Terminal Dady is pit off the hards onto the mediums as well. So maybe these guys know something I don't. The only cars still on the hards are Grex. And Grex, actually, in his situation, I would have pit to serve that 5 seconds and get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Under a safety car here. But yeah, Grex and Nicholas Weck, so P6 and P8, both looking pretty solid now. I mean, once these soft guys pit, if Grex can hang on, he will be in P1. So yeah, not a very exciting start to this race.
I mean, depends on how you look at it. That was a pretty exciting start, if you ask me.
I guess it depends on what you define as excitement.
Yeah.
We didn't even make it to turn one, though, and yeah, the safety car is out.
Yeah, it's been a pretty dull first and second lap. The start was exciting.
So we have 2 cars out, Private Jet and Mario World. I believe the 2 of them made contact. First glance, hard to tell really who was at fault, if anyone. But it's just been a bit of wheel spin, and that's the end of your race. We're waiting now for Shadowbane to catch up to the back of the grid. He should make it there, obviously, next lap, and I'd assume safety car will be in next lap. Hopefully. Out front, though, we'll take a look at position swapped. I mean, Humble Hippo finds himself in 7th place already, so he must have made up like 5 or 6 places. Yeah, he's made up 7. We have Bobby Yaga up 7, Circe up 7, Grex up 6, JJ up 4, so a lot of guys, I mean, I guess pretty much everyone who has a pit has kind of made up positions, aside from GP and Sutton, who started and are still in P1 and P2.
That's a pretty massive reshuffle of the grid after the safety car.
So we'll see a lot of guys with pace kind of towards the back at the moment. And then, yeah, we're going to see a lot of alternate strategies playing out here.
I want to see overtakes. I want to see full sends.
Nope. Luckily for us, we do have 25 more laps after this one, so if we're not seeing full sends and overtakes by then, and something's wrong.
Yeah, I'm surprised the top 5 chose not to pit though.
Yeah.
It was basically a free pit stop off the softs. Because I feel like even if you stuck to your strategy, even if there wasn't a safety car hypothetically, they would have pit, what, like lap 5, 6 maybe?
I think 7 or 8 is kind of what this strat suggested on Monday. I can't recall for sure.
Yeah, so I'm not sure I'm seeing the benefit of doing 3 or 4 laps on the softs.
Sutton again, just riding the safety car.
Oh yeah, you need to back off, buddy.
Does need to leave a bit of space. Yeah, he is like preparing to overtake the safety car. And I think everyone's getting throttled now.
Yeah. Let's hope for a clean restart.
He's let off now. You can see him leaving a bit. Safety car is not in the pits, though. They're still going to get throttled. Oh, and he's kind of caught GP napping a bit there, I think. So, and we do see a 5-second penalty
they're off
in the
now.
background there. Yeah, so
JJ got a 5-second penalty with Costco.
Yeah, both of them picking up penalties there off the restart. GP, bit of a look into turn one. Obviously not close enough to really make a move. Ooh, he gets a bit of curb there, which kind of unsettled his car a bit, but he should be okay. Throughout the rest, what do we have?
Sutton doesn't have the best of exits. I think Sutton's disconnected. He is lagging on my screen. Costco is right off the back of GP as well. Is he going to make a move? No, he backs off. Jay Kelly and Humble are in a very strong position. Up in the top 10 after starting, I think like 14th and 15th.
I can't remember if Ferrari is leading or if McLaren is leading, but there is only 3 points between them. So,
Ferrari was leading by 3 points, and McLaren was 3 points behind.
So Ferrari really gonna have to. Ooh, we have a yellow flag there.
And Aston Martin Sutton is around.
He's gone off
from the lead of the race.
You can see him now struggling to get back on track. He has got it, but yeah, now down into 15th on soft tires that are not going to be happy. GP Colin cruising along now out in front. He's got a massive train of cars behind him here, and nothing really separating the grid. We're taking a look at all the cars coming through here. No one really close enough to make a move just yet. Obviously, DRS is a big puff of smoke as someone walks up into the hairpin there. As Humble actually has moved up into 5th place ahead of Grex. So, really, really solid start for both McLaren drivers after a pretty poor qualifying there.
Baba Yaga moves down the inside of Jay Kelly.
Let's take a look here. Oh, he's got pressure from behind from Ryan as well. JJ really, really close to Costco. I don't know if he's going to be close enough to make a move here. He's a little bit of a peak, but yeah, tricky overtaking corner. We have
Ryan is right at the back of Baba Yaga as well. Looks on the inside. Oh, he's entered. That's a very late send, but they've managed to not make.
Oh! I don't know if he just got on the throttle too early, or if he got a little bit of a pit maneuver there from behind, but both drivers now missing end plates. Both drivers back to the...
Yeah, I was on board with Ryan and there was no contact before Baba Yaga spun out, so it was, I think, Baba Yaga losing traction and losing the rear end and kind of collecting Ryan.
Yeah, that's what
in an unfortunate position.
What it kind of looked like here. Back up at the front, we have TTV Slasher really close on the back of JJ here, coming down the back straight. Very hard to kind of follow through that long right-hander, but he's done well to stay right behind him. Again, no DRS because of the safety car, but he is closing quite quickly. He's not going to be close enough to make a move, though. Yeah, and he just kind of waits it out. Patience is a virtue in
Grex and Kelly, so side by side. Kelly goes around the outside of Grex into the hairpin. Oh, what a move. That was a well-done move. Breaks late, moves around the outside. Nice swooping.
GP Colin with another fastest lap, really stretching his legs out front now. 1.5 seconds almost. As Grex is just falling down the order, we have Ryan now really putting pressure on behind him. Not going to be close enough here, but 5 seconds rather for I'm Sutton for speeding into the pit lane there. Just bad to worse. We'll see what tires he puts on. I'd assume probably going to the hards at this point, as we have Ryan and Baba Yaga also pitting. I'd assume all of them going onto the hards to end this race. They can last from here.
Yeah, DRS is of course activated, so we should see a little bit of action hopefully going into the hairpin out of the long straight.
Yeah.
The closest gap so far at the minute is TTV Slasher looking to make a move. Humble Hippo right behind him, probably just going to hang on in DRS range. And there's going to be a train from P6 to, holy shit, P11.
Yeah, a lot of cars there really close behind each other.
It's going to be a 5-car DRS train, yeah.
We'll stay on boards or we'll stay with the battle at the front here for the time being. TTV Slash is going to be the first one with an opportunity to make a move. We'll see how aggressive he is deploying his battery and how close he can get. Maybe a bit of a top speed advantage. He is closing quite quick. He moves out of the slipstream. He took a little peek, but not quite close enough. We're going to move back down the field. Now, Jake Kelly has moved past Nicholas Weck. This entire group of cars here getting really close as Ryan has to swerve to the side to avoid rear-ending him. And he kind of gets mugged off a bit by PX Lozzy there.
No, Ryan's gotten a much better traction out of that hairpin, and he's gotten his place back, as he's got a very good run on Grex as well, despite having DRS, as Jay Kelly and Nicholas Sweat go side by side in front of them.
Up the inside there. I think he's going to be clear. They're still side by side, though, coming through the apex. And yeah, Ryan's going to sneak his way through there with a really...
That was well done.
Nice move. Yeah, good recovery, which looked for a second like he was going to lose a position, and then he's managed to hold his position and move up the place. Terminal Dady very close behind PX Lozzy. PX Lozzy, whoa, a massive dive on his own teammate there, and definitely a little bit of a bump pass, and Grex is having a disastrous race. Terminal Dady's going to need to be careful here. It's a very tricky spot on the track to overtake, but yeah, he's been a little caught himself because of it. Grex, though, yeah, really struggling for pace in the early portion of this race. Obviously on the hard tires, which are a crap tire compared to both the softs and the mediums.
Is right up the back of JJ, again going onto the straight. A bit closer this time, and dumping his ERS. I think he should have it done. He's close enough to get it done this time.
He's very close.
Oh, yeah,
he's going to be well clear before they reach the braking zone. Is Hippo going to be able to
Humble
make it through?
Hippo's right off the back.
Not quite. He takes a peek, but yeah, not quite able to get that move done.
As Terminal and Grex are going side by side in the DRS zone, and now Grex has gotten the... Terminal has backed out basically from the inside. It's a massive DRS train. It's going to be very hard to make a move, so...
Yeah, we'll move back up front. TTV Slash actually making a move back.
PX Lozzy's gone past Ryan on the straight. I wonder if Ryan just had a bad exit, or he's let him through, but...
Yeah, maybe a bit of an issue on the exit of the final corner there, but yeah, as these guys swap positions, they're kind of losing time to those guys in front of them there. Slasher now is going to look to break the DRS from JJ behind him, but he's also finding himself really close to the back of Costco, challenging now for P2. GP Colin, 2.5 seconds out in front now. I'm imagining these guys are going to start pitting soon, which will actually put Humble Hippo into the lead of this race when that does happen. Costco with a penalty and JJ with a penalty. Both of those guys are going to suffer. Slasher is going to be benefiting from that. Bobby puts in the fastest lap down in P16. On board now with Slasher coming through the long right-hander. He's going to now look to make 2 overtakes in 2 consecutive laps here if he can get a good exit and a good run on Costco.
Yeah, that looks like a good enough exit, and with the DRS advantage, I think.
Yeah,
around
Costco
the outside.
Moves offline.
Costco might be able to defend.
Oh, side by side. Slasher goes very wide, leaving a lot of room, but he's able to get on the traction and, yeah, hang on to that. As we say that, GP Colin, I believe that was into the pits. So, first one of the front runners to pit. We'll see where he comes out in relation to some of these other battles on track. It's PX Lozzy and Nicholas Wex side by side through the final corner. Wow. Surprised they managed to keep that. We've got about 5 cars now,
this
all
cluster,
behind.
Yeah. This cluster of 5 cars is very scary.
And they've all somehow made it through safe. I thought Ryan was gonna...
Oh, PX Lozzy sneaks it down the inside of Ryan.
A nice little switch back
stick?
there. Oh, a little bit of a bump there. Does that open the door for Grex to sneak his way back through?
No, they've made contact and Grex has spun. That's unfortunate. That's very unlucky.
Yeah, teammates there coming together as we see Shadow Bane sneaking his way through into that final points position. I don't think there should be any damage from that. It looked like a side-to-side kind of
I don't think so
move.
either.
So I don't think there'll be anything worth pitting for. As we're moved back up to the front here, TTV Slasher very close to breaking that DRS. GP Colin actually also, just to note, came out on the mediums and he came out in 12th place. So he's actually in a bit of clear air right now, but he will be catching up to Grex soon. We have a yellow flag. So that's actually Jay Kelly, one of the McLarens who's off. Where what part of the
He
track
spun
are
off
we at here?
before the
Oh, the
large
right-hander
right-hander.
there, yeah. That is devastating for McLaren's constructor hopes. Jay Kelly now down in 11th. The nice thing for him is that he hasn't pit yet, but he's going to have GP Colin, who has pit, coming up behind him, essentially putting him a full pit stop behind GP Colin. Up at the front, we have Slasher now diving into the pits. Yeah, Costco and JJ, though, still staying out. We have Hippo not going to be close enough to a move down into turn 1.
It's impressive that they've taken their softs for 9 laps already and are still wanting to stay out as Jay Kelly finally dives into the pits as well in front of GP.
Yeah, I think he's probably got a bit of damage. I'd assume probably going onto the hards to the end at this point.
I see Slasher's coming out just behind GP Colin, but in front of I'm Sutton. Sutton, of course, with that incident in that left-hander in the early laps.
Ooh, we've got a Ryan looking to make a move there, but Nicholas Weck does well to hang on to that position.
Terminal Dairy still following so close to PX Lozzie.
I know, so
being
tricky.
patient because that's all he can do right now with the DRS train, and just hope one of these guys makes a mistake, because he did benefit one place at least from Greg spinning out, so he's just gonna have to wait it out.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea. I mean, we're still kind of in the early portions of this race, right? Like,
yeah,
obviously you always want to get these moves done quickly, but patience is going to be the key here. Maybe charge your battery a bit. Brian, though, is right behind Nicholas.
Around the outside.
Out of the slipstream there, and he should be clear. And Terminal Dady in the background pulls out to take a peek, but I don't think he's... Oh, and a massive send from PX Lozzie. He's actually run Nicholas right off track there, and that's allowed Terminal to get by and go right beside as the two of them head side by side. Ooh, I don't know how they both managed to stay safe through there. As we have
that's
Costco
compromised
now.
Terminal's exit.
Yeah, and that's allowed Nicholas back through. And Nicholas also, whoa, very indecisive heading into turn 1 there. He could not decide inside or outside line, and yeah, luckily no damage there for anyone. We have
there's yellow flags. Mercedes has spun. TDD Slasher has spun out of the final corner.
Oh no! Hopefully no damage. I don't see any wing
I don't
plate
see visible damage. Costco comes out of the pit right behind him.
Oh wow! Costco had to serve that penalty too, so that's...
Oh yeah, so that's basically
very
cost
unfortunate.
Slasher 5 seconds.
Plus whatever undercut he would have pulled on that too, so...
Yeah. Speaking of undercut, I think I was going to say Terminal and the drivers in front of him are pretty much on the same tires. I think an undercut would benefit him pretty massively if he can time it correctly. Even a 1 lap undercut where he comes out in free air, put in a good outlap, I think he'll do well. Oh, Nicholas Weck has spun in front of the Terminal. He's lost a bit of time.
Moment there. I don't think he...
No, it was just a half spin. He just lost the place because Terminal was right there to capitalize, but yeah, no damage or anything.
Terminal now catching up to the back of PX Lozzie. Nicholas Weck luckily still has DRS, so he can kind of stay right with this battle here. He doesn't want to drop off from these guys. Terminal spins!
No, be careful!
He's going to have to make sure he keeps those tires from overheating.
GP Colin comes up right up the back of him.
Yeah, I assume he'll probably let GP through here without too much of a fight here.
Yeah, given the... I don't want to say the ERS situations.
Yeah, we don't want to reveal too much on stream for guys battling and whatever, but yeah, Terminal has pulled over to the side. He's let GP through here.
What a good teammate.
Yeah, wonderful teamwork there from the Ferraris. Why they're fighting for the lead in the constructors here. Let's check the interval actually, because it'll be interesting to see where Humble is in comparison to GP. So there's about 15.5 seconds right now separating them. So GP is in the net lead of this race. Everyone ahead of him has
Greg's spun
hit.
again. He's touched the inside curb on the double left, or the fast left-hander.
Oh no.
And yeah, he's struggling to get pointing the straight way again.
He's going to get going now. He's going to want to make sure those tires are okay before he really starts hammering it, though, or he's going to be going for another spin. Let's go back up front, though. We have Ryan now really pressuring JJ, who's still on those soft tires. Ryan sends it around the outside. JJ, though, really good defense. Good job to park his car kind of in the middle of the track there and not really allow many room to get by. Because JJ stays
JJ
out.
still has not been.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
ooh, GP has actually gotten by Terminal. Or, sorry, the other way around.
Oh, GP's
GP's
fun.
made a mistake there. So what was looking like a flawless race so far from our championship winner has now put him back behind Sutton. So I believe Sutton now is back into net P1 of this race. We have another yellow flag as Shadowbane appears to have gone round. And he's still fighting that car to get it straightened out. So Terminal now back into 6th, which is where he was. He's just 8 seconds behind the guys he was battling with, as we have Nicholas Weck and PX Lazi really pushing JJ. And JJ is struggling on these tires. You can see he's got nothing left in terms of grip. Like, he is just being hounded all over this track.
Oh,
here.
Shadowbane is out. Shadowbane
safety
has
car.
DNF'd.
Where is he on the track? Is he over to the left?
The fast left-hander in Sector 2. He's lost the car and driven straight into a wall.
Oh, yeah.
No safety car. I think he's well off the track, to be fair. So, I don't think there should be a safety car.
Yeah, it doesn't
As
appear.
PX Lawsy makes a move on the inside of JJ on the main straight.
Ooh, and
on the back
Nicholas
straight.
Weck sneaks his way through as well.
Oh, that was opportunistic. As JJ has finally decided to come in. I think his tires must have given out for sure. He must have had a
Yeah,
terrible
he was
exit.
losing a lot of time. Oh, his terminal's gone round out of the exit of the final corner. He's kept it out of the barrier, but we are seeing cars spin left and right at this point in the Grand Prix right now. GP gets by again. TTV Slasher makes his way through. He's going to have Costco coming up behind him as well. So, maybe these guys on the medium start thinking about pitting. We are halfway through this race. If you're looking to go into the softs, obviously you're going to need to push for another 6 laps at least. But if you're looking to go on the hards, maybe just ditch these tires, get a fresh set. Nicholas Weck does seem to have a pace advantage on those medium tires of PX Lawsy ahead of him now.
Hard. Oh, yeah. PX Lawsy's on the mediums. Nicholas Weck on the hards.
Yep.
13 laps old. Only 3 tenths behind going into the back straight. Let's see if he can make a move.
Yeah, it's really all about the exit here, and it's so hard to follow with the dirty air through that corner, and you can see how much time.
He's lost 4 tenths just following through that corner.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be close enough quite yet. Quite close enough yet. Fuck me. I can't speak.
You can see there he was kind of taking a bit of a peek, but I mean, for him, he's not really in a real desperate need to get past, I guess. I mean, unless he has a really strong pace advantage. You can see now, though, yeah, he's probably going to look to make a move here. Ooh, a little bit of a weaving down the
CLC
straight.
is also right up the back of Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga on 7-lap old soft, CLC on 13-lap old mediums. Oh, he had a much better run-in the previous 2 corners, but he's lost a bit of time. I don't know. I don't think he's going to be close enough to make a move there yet.
So, Nicholas Weck has cleared PX Lawsy. We'll kind of get an idea of the difference between these tires now as they make their way through the second sector. I think that's really where you'll see
the mediums. I mean, yeah, both of those tires have to be near the end of their life now, with 12 and 14 laps done on them. I mean, no, I think the hards will probably last a little bit longer, but the mediums are probably near the end of their life.
Yeah, I think we're definitely approaching that point now. I mean, they're well past their prime. They must be at this point, and you can see, yeah, I mean, PX Lawsy's going to have a difficult time trying to keep up. The DRS will definitely help if he can stay in that DRS range, but I see now, actually, he does seem to still have quite a bit of pace, and he seems much more confident coming through that right-hander, so He's actually put himself back in the position to really make a move here. We'll see if he can get close enough as they approach the braking zone. This is our closest battle on track right now. So
he's outbraked himself a bit.
Yeah, very late on the brakes, and he's run right into the back of Nicholas Weck there. So you have Humble Hippo now, who's gone into the pits. We'll see what he puts on, because I mean, at this point in the race, like,
he's got to put on the hards. Oh no, he's going for the softs. He's just serving his 5 second now, but yeah, he's going for the softs.
Gone onto the softs here, so interesting strat. He's obviously going to be rapid off the jump, but Sutton actually is pit again as well. So what is he going on to? Another set of mediums. So he serves his penalty as well. As JJ actually sets the fastest lap, so he's come out of the pits. A very, very long stint on those softs, and yeah, now he's just flying.
Yeah, Hippo has come out behind Costco, so he's going to have some work to do. I feel like that's going to be an interesting battle to follow, because Humble Hippo might have the pace early on in this stint. Maybe make a move on Costco, but then, you know, I would guess Costco's tires would come into their own 10 laps from now. And
yeah.
Maybe that gap will be closed back down, so we'll keep an eye on that. As I think Nicholas Weck picked up a 3 second time penalty.
He did, yeah. And PX Lozzie again hounding him through the exit of that long right-hander. It just seems to be a part of the track where he's a lot more confident than Nicholas Weck is. You can see, whoa, so late on the brakes again. Maybe trying for a switchback here. He's not going to have the traction coming out of that corner. As PX Lozzie actually ducks into the pits. We'll see what he puts on for his tires. We have a yellow flag in sectors 1 and 2. Is that Costco who's gone off? No. He just lost a position there to Hippo, so Hippo does get by him pretty quickly through the hairpin there. I'm not quite sure what happened for that yellow flag there. So PX Lozzie's putting on another set of mediums. Maybe he started the race on a different set of tires there, so...
Sorry, I was quiet. I was just reading a message from Doth there.
Oh, as PX Lozzie comes out right beside JJ, they've made contact. And luckily both drivers managed to keep it on track there, but...
Yeah, JJ looks a little tentative into the first couple corners. I don't know if it's a traction issue or a setup issue or what, but a little bit tentative there.
You have Hippo right on the back.
Speaking of Doth, I just wanted to mention some Pedialyte Freezy Pops. just want to put it out there. It doesn't fit. It's not part of this conversation, but it's in honor of Doth Power Hoist and our official sponsor of ZOR.
Have you been racing all day? Do you ever find your thirst just can't be quenched after a long day out on track? Maybe you should try Pedialyte Freeze Pops, the official sponsor of Zenith Online Racing, as Hippo has earned himself a Freeze Pop with that wonderful overtake around Terminal Deity. Not even waiting until he gets into the DRS zone. Just going around the outside on that
pretty good exit. Yeah, he got a very good exit around the outside, like a lot of traction.
So Nicholas
very fresh softs
into the pits. I assume he's going on to the
softs.
JJ no, he's going on to the mediums.
JJ has made the move on PX Lozzie. He went down the inside in the hairpin and got it done. On the 3 lap. Oh, what happened there? Has he let PX Lozzie back past? JJ and PX Lozzie, I think, looks like JJ slowed down on the straight. Maybe, you know, in fairness, maybe he felt like he pushed PX Lozzie a bit wide during the overtake and, you know, gave the position back, which would be fair play if that's the case. But yeah, it was very early on the straight to have braked, so I'm gonna guess that's what happened.
We also have Slasher really hounding GP out in front. He's gotten within DRS, only 7/10ths behind. So we're going to see GP's defensive chops come into play here. And see how well he can defend, as Hippo, I mean, again, is going to be also catching on this group really quickly. Obviously, he's on that better tire for the time being, but we'll kind of see if that swings back the other way towards the end of the race, if that evens out that advantage. So Slasher not quite close enough coming into the hairpin here, so GP able to defend this lap here. Ooh, he's got a little wide though on the exit of the hairpin there. JJ now also
Slasher didn't quite have the resources to make that move.
Yeah. As he's again challenging into turn 1, but again won't be close enough. We'll go back to JJ and PX Lozzy. Coming through the final corner here. Ooh,
oh, JJ goes wide.
Very wide, and picks up a 3-second time penalty for his efforts there. Must not have lifted quite enough coming through there. What other battles we have? I guess those are our 2 closest at the moment. We'll jump back up front here, as Ryan still hasn't pit, so he still has to pit. At this point, obviously going to go to the softs to end this race. It's just a matter of when he pits. And he's in a very good position to really challenge for this lead. Like, he's only going to have to make up about, 15 seconds, if that, on those soft tires. And the medium tire guys that he'll be chasing down will not, they're not fresh, to say the least, as we now come through the long right-hander again, as TTV Slasher is going to make his second attempt here. GP Colin got a much better exit. He should be relatively safe, I would assume, defending here down the back straight. Yeah, not quite close enough. You can see GP's gone a little bit wide there, but he should be okay. As Ryan now does make his way into the pits. I'd assume for the set of softs at this point, TTV Slasher gets a much better exit coming out of the final corner. We'll see if he's able to put the pressure on coming into turn 1. Dips a tire into the grass, actually, as he's making a look around. But GP very wisely just parks right in the middle of the track and doesn't really give him a place to go there. Terminal Dady, I'd assume, is going to have to be coming into the pits soon. We'll see actually if he pits again, I guess, but he's had these on since lap 2 or 3? So I would assume he has to pit yet again.
Yeah.
We have Ryan now in 7th. We have Nicholas Weck also challenging Costco on his fresh set of mediums. So again, he's going to be really making a charge, trying to catch up to this front group. Hippo also is coming up to the back of these guys, only a 1.5 seconds behind at the moment. As we have CRC moving out of the way as a back marker. Good sportsmanship. He obviously doesn't need to with being ghosted, but I'm sure much appreciated by the guys in front.
Yeah, Sutton has passed Jay Kelly for P10 for the final points paying position.
Lozzy picks up 3 seconds. As him and JJ
are championship runner-up outside the points.
Yeah, wow. Jay Kelly down in 11th, a disastrous race here. A couple of rough weekends.
Oh, Nicholas Weck makes the move on Costco with DRS. Must have had a much better exit.
Oh, and he's missed the braking zone and run into the back of him. And that's allowed Ryan. Both of them there. I don't know if Nicholas is going to have damage. Costco 100% is missing his entire wing. Terminal Dady has got into the pits. And that's a VSC for the front wing, I assume. That's discarded in the hairpin there.
So, JJ has spun out in going into the pits. He's hit the wall and lost his wing.
He's pulled a 2007 Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, and he gets a 5 second penalty for speeding.
For pitting. Terminal Dady has managed to time that perfectly. I believe he dived into the pits before the VSC, but now he's going to come out in 8th on fresh soft tires.
Oh, it's a full course safety car. It's a full safety car.
Oh, it's changed to a full safety car. Wow.
Okay, what do you do if you're GP Colin or TTT Slasher with those old mediums with 7 laps to go? Maybe 4 laps of racing under the maybe 5 laps of racing under the
I think it depends on what your ambitions are. Like if you're looking just to secure the constructors, probably pit. You let Terminal or you let Humble maybe have track position, but Costco picks up a drive-through penalty.
I think that's too big a risk because if Humble, let's play a hypothetical game. If Humble Hippo takes the net lead of the race and Ryan goes P2, if GP and Slash are both pit, that gives Humble a 10-point advantage, and Terminal's points are not enough to recover that.
That's true. Yeah, it's a tricky call. I really don't know. We'll get up to the front, actually. I'm riding on board with someone random. We'll see what GP Colin decides to do. Here's the moment of truth. He has to pit this lap. He's gone for
He
it.
has pit.
I think
Slasher
that's a
has
smart
pit.
move.
Humble
I think
has
that's a
also
smart
pitted.
move. Yeah, you know what? I don't blame him. Those tires, I don't think we're going to make it to the end. This has promoted Ryan into the lead of this race with fresh, soft tires. I believe his first win in Zenith Online Racing was actually at China.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
I don't know if it's his only win at this point, but yeah, he's now found himself back into P1, a very familiar spot for him. Yeah, crazy. So we have Nicholas Weck P2, PX Lozzie P3, GP's come out in P4 on fresh soft tires. Terminal Dady on fresh softs is in 7th, so he's going to be right behind Humble Hippo. Obviously, Hippo's going to need to really win this race if he wants any hope for McLaren.
I think Humble should have stayed out. That's just my opinion. I think he would have benefited more from staying out.
I think it's a tough call.
It is, no doubt.
Just because he was on 4-lap old softs already at that point. Obviously, it's going to be less wear under the safety car, but he would have been vulnerable, especially to, you know, Ryan behind on the fresh set of softs. He's shown a lot of pace. I think even those medium guys towards the end of this race probably would have mugged him.
Yeah, but my point of contention is there would be those two medium runners between him and everyone else on the fresh softs. So he wouldn't be under attack right away. And there's 4 laps of racing. I feel like he could have held them off.
Yeah.
For at least a couple. But, yeah, I don't know.
Going to be waiting for Searcy to catch up. He is the one in last right now. He's coming through the hairpin, so safety car won't be in this lap, I don't suspect, but it should be in the next lap.
I suspect Searcy will also want to pit. Oh no, he's stayed out.
He stayed out on the hards there. Go back up to the front. Oh, Joe Gross is Bobby Yaga. He mentioned at the start of the race that he had no chance. It was him speaking about himself. That makes sense.
Of course I know him. It's me. So, Puff, how was your day?
I was busy. I was working overtime. I was training folk. It's busy because it's like year end, so it was a long day. But doesn't matter now. The day's over. Tomorrow's Friday.
Oh yeah.
And then we're just chilling for the weekend.
Do you have any plans for Friday night?
Nothing for Friday, no. But a friend of mine is having like a Christmas party that they host every year, so Saturday night will be...
Oh, that's Saturday night. So you're free Friday night.
Free Friday night, potentially.
So I don't hear any excuses.
I might do beer league. We'll have to see.
Oh, I'm gonna tell Bobby you said that.
Bobby can hear for himself. We can timestamp it for him. Will the safety car be in this lap? Seriously, hasn't caught up yet.
No, he's not. He's still 30 seconds off the back. So another lap under the safety car, that means lap 24. So we'll have laps 25, 6, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we'll have 4 laps of racing.
So we should get DRS then on the last lap or the second last lap. So how was your day, Fuzz?
Busy as well. I was busy pretending like I know what I'm doing.
Fake it till you make it, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's worked so far.
Well, that's alright. Seems everyone's having a good day. Is anyone still watching the race? Chat, how was your day?
Is anyone watching the race?
No.
I see 0 watching. Nice.
I see 1. Me. T-Money says, Ferrari would steal constructors from McLaren if the race finished right now. I don't know if it could be a theft. I think they're in front. But
yeah, they are 3 points in front, so unless we saw it wrong.
I haven't looked at it.
I think we did see it wrong.
I haven't looked at it. Is McLaren in the lead?
Yes, McLaren is the one that's 3 points ahead.
Wow. So it would be a robbery.
Yeah,
it would be a theft.
Oh, Jay Kelly needs to do something about that.
Robbery in China, in Shanghai. I don't know where the race is actually. I don't think it's in Shanghai.
It is Shanghai.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is Shanghai. Yeah, and McLaren is 3 points ahead. So.
Wow.
So as it stands, GP has 12 points, Terminal has 6 points, so 18 for Ferrari and 6 points, so 12 for McLaren. That means Ferrari nick it by 3 points.
PX Lazzi has run into the back of Nicholas Weck. Or
oh no,
the other way around.
So that's gonna put GP up into P2 effectively.
Yeah, I'm sure one of those will get removed. We won't remove both of them. But I mean, that's essentially P3. True.
I mean, if they can remember to record the race director.
You don't need race director for the safety car ones.
Yeah, or sufficiently prove that they didn't serve it.
Yes. Alright, let's get back on front. Let's watch Ryan. Let's see when he pushes. We'll go on board. Actually, no, we'll watch them weave and wiggle a little bit before we get on board. Because I doubt he's going to punch it through the hairpin. These guys are so close. Let's see what he does now. You can see very cautious. He's not weaving. He's waiting. We're on board. He's gone. He's pushed it. He's punched it through the final corner here. He didn't really get a good jump.
Oh, did he slasher spun on the restart?
Oh,
Humble
no.
Hippo has passed him. He's right up the back of GP now.
So there we go. We have a McLaren and a Ferrari sandwich. GP, Humble, in Terminal 4, 5, and 6. Ferrari just really needs to hold steady. Oh, his GP's running to the back.
Oh, they've made contact. And Terminal's going around the outside. They're going side by side.
Oh,
no,
so
the GP's
Hippo
held the position.
As Jay Kelly's gone off into 12th. I don't know if there was contact or what. But Jay Kelly's down into 12th now. GP. Oh, his Terminal picks up a 3-second penalty. Everyone behind him has penalties. Oh my goodness, as Sutton looks to make a move up the inside of Terminal, and he has gotten past him, so high drama here to finish this. Wow, what a great move to fight that back from Terminal. So we have one of the Alpha Tauris up the inside of Costco there. Ooh, my goodness.
This is going to be a wild finish in the Constructors.
Oh my goodness. I wish we had someone to do live standings for us. T-Money.
T-Money,
calculate
T-Money
these standings for us. Yeah.
Oh, Humble spun! Nicholas Weck is out!
Spun! What is going on?
Oh!
Nicholas Weck is DNF'd. Where is he? He's must have punched on the exit of that right-hander. He's in the grass, well in the grass.
Jay Kelly is in the points.
Terminal is somehow in second, or third rather, behind PX Lazzi.
GP Colin is dropping down. New Ryan has made a move, and Terminal spun out as well. I think he has damage. Jay Kelly has passed Terminal daily. GP Colin is down in 5th.
Goodness.
Jay Kelly up to 7th with JJ in front of him on a penalty. Who's going side by side with GP Colin? Oh my god, this is freaking wild. GP Collins sticks it up the inside. Can he make it stick?
Oh,
No.
he gets a little bit of contact from behind. Terminal is going to have to stick in the points here. He's got a penalty. He's going to lose out to Baba Yaga and TTV Slasher. And JJ is hounding GP Colin here. So we have Ryan up ahead, looking to make a move on PX Lazi. He sends it down the inside. A little bit of contact. And JJ is so close behind GP Colin. Oh, as GP rides the curves there.
He's having to lift off.
Oh, as
Jay Kelly out of nowhere. Greg picks up a 5-second penalty in last place. Jay Kelly, what a move. That was sneaky as fuck.
As Terminal is right behind these guys. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
as Jay Kelly's been hit. Oh. He's been hit and sent round. No. What was shaping up to be an absolutely wild finish here looks now to be comfortably in the hands of Ferrari as GP looks to make a move.
There's still 2 more laps to go. I'm not calling it yet.
Where's Michael Massey? Get him on the phone. No, Mikey.
No.
It's not right. McLaren in shambles.
New Ryan Spirit at Humble Hippo is up into P9.
His GP sends it down the inside on PX Lazi, and he makes his way through on turn 1. As we wait for them now to come around the corner, Terminal Dady has fought his way through as well. As Ferrari keeps charging up the field, and Jay Kelly has DNF'd.
Oh no!
He's gone off in turn 1.
So one of the McLarens is definitively out of the points. It's all on Humble Hippo now.
Oh, his PX Lazi's run wide, and he's allowed TTV Slasher to sneak through now. All of this is happening. Ryan is 5 seconds in the lead. And I think about 2 laps.
Fair play.
He's pulled about 5 seconds just by managing to avoid all of this carnage here. Wow. His GP is also 5 seconds behind Sutton as well, so Ferrari really just needs to finish this race at this point, and they will win first in the Constructors. TTV Slasher is right behind. No DRS, or there is DRS rather, right behind Terminal Dady. He pulls out of the slipstream. Terminal does have DRS.
Terminal breaks very late. That was well defended.
Still makes the apex too. Yeah, really well done there. Coming now onto the final lap. Sutton only has 3 seconds of penalties. He'll be well clear of GP Colin. Terminal Dady has 3 seconds as well, so we will lose his position to TTV Slasher, likely losing the position to Baba Yaga as well. So, again, not all that important with GP Colin holding it down in 3rd place currently. If he can defend and keep Slasher behind, that should protect GP Colin. Wow, what an extraordinary finish to this race here.
Oh, this is insane.
Sprex pips the fastest lap down in 13th, stealing that from whoever had it prior. And yeah, just a few more corners. We'll go in front. Ryan, actually. Sutton's taken about 2 seconds out of Ryan on that lap. I doubt Ryan's pushing as hard as he could. Probably just trying to bring it home. Sutton appears to be going all out here. So we watch these guys now, the battle with the Ferrari and the Mercedes. Coming around that long right-hander, we'll see if Slasher has got enough left in the tank here to get a move done. Obviously, GP towing his teammate along, trying to help him defend, although it won't matter too much with the penalty.
Yeah, I think that has benefited Terminal in terms of pulling out of the gap with Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
So he will lose only 1 place as it stands.
Ryan crosses the line, P1 for the win in the final race of ZOR Season 6. TTV Slash actually picks up the fastest lap in the last lap there. Really nice done. So he'll earn himself an extra point. Coming home in
See
3rd.
where Humble finishes? P7. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be enough for McLaren to hold the lead of the Constructors, and I think If my math is correct, Ferrari has pipped them in this final race of the season to win both the drivers and the constructors championships. Well
So
done,
that's
Ferrari.
Tier 1 Ferrari down in
Um,
10th.
I don't even know. Like so
Who
far down
knows?
in the bin, I've lost sight.
The bin, they won't even take the bin off the curb. They just left it. It smells at this point. Tier 2 Ferrari drivers and constructors. Tier 3 Ferrari drivers and
Drivers and
constructors.
constructors.
So, don't want to say anything, but yeah, a little suspect for the Tier 1 guys. I'm not going to have time for interviews. I'll run through the final order real quick. Big congratulations, obviously, to Tier 3 in general, though. They've put on a fantastic show all season long. I think probably our most competitive grid from P1 to P20. We've seen consistently.
It's one of the only championships that wasn't fully decided until the last race.
Yeah, very, very impressive. Big congrats. I want to say thanks to everyone who's raced and, look forward to seeing.
First successful tier 3 season as well. So
from start to finish.
Most of these people are new and, it's been amazing to have everyone.
Yeah, really, really fantastic job, guys. I don't know if anyone's going to watch this or listen to what I'm saying at the moment, but yeah, super impressive. We'll run through the order super quick here. I'll get all the stats for RC. We have Ryan in P1, Sutton in P2, GP Colin in P3, Slasher P4, Terminal Daily P5, Bobby Yaga P6, Humble in P7, PX Lozzy P8, JJ P9, Costco with the last points paying position in P10, New Ryan in P11, CRC P12, Grex P13, Jay Kelly, everyone else is DNF, so not too fussed about any of those positions. Congrats, Tier 3. You guys did a fantastic job. Congrats to GP, who will be in Tier 2 next season, and congrats to Ferrari. But yeah, overall, really, really well done. That is the finale of Season 6 for Zenith Online Racing. Some fantastic battles. And yeah, we'll be back shortly in the new year. We're going to be off for the rest of this year. Time to spend with friends and family and enjoy.
Yeah, happy holidays. Have a good New Year's Eve. Have a good
safe
in advance.
And
yeah, please stay safe.
Enjoy time off, and yeah, we'll be back with news hopefully in the next week or two with some definitive dates for calendar, season, all that fun stuff. So yeah, stick around, guys, and yeah, ZOR signing off.